What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? My apologies. My apologies, yo. Definitely slept through my alarm, or either my alarm didn't go off. So let me try to wait a little bit. I'm gonna try to wait for some of y'all to come in through here, man. My bad though, y'all, that I'm late. Apologies, apologies, apologies. For real. I know normally I would have been on like earlier than this, but again, my bad, y'all. Damn. I don't know what was going on with my alarm, y'all. Salute Derek Gaines, man. I seen you came through. You probably came through on time. My bad. Once again, um, I I want to get this show started, but I don't want to. I want some of y'all to come through here. Matter of fact, let me go in the comment section. Let me post up Derek Gaines. It's my guy right here. I actually wanted him to come through here. But salute, bro. You know what? I'm gonna get it started because I got a lot. We got a lot of ground to cover. Okay, so this one is iconic comic book characters and villains. So today we get to do the combination of both. We're doing the combination of both today. So see, I was waiting for some of y'all to come in here. I would like to know some of y'all favorites, but I'm pretty sure the people that I have on the list, I'm sure that some of you all out there will have some of these same characters and villains on your list. Hold on, I'm trying to post something. All right, let's get this thing started. Okay. So let's start off with the villains. one of my favorite iconic villains. And this ain't in no particular order. This isn't in any particular order, so is Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, to me, he was man, this guy was a ridiculous bad guy. He was one of those self-entitled guys, and I heard, something about those dudes that are self-made. You know what I mean? They feel like the world owes them something. Remember Scarface with what Elvita said to Tony. And remember how Tony was when he ended up getting the money and he blew up? She said, too bad somebody didn't give you the money. You probably would have been a lot nicer. And to me, that describes Lex Luthor to a T. Him and Superman, and he's just the average savvy, shrewd businessman. Comes up with ideas. He manipulates. He uses a lot of people that surround him. He uses his money, and to be honest with you, the Superman comics that I read from back in the day, he was actually a bit more ruthless in that one, in those comics than in the newer ones. I think they took a lot of what can I say? They undemonified him as much. He's still, a pretty evil guy, but in the comic book that I read, like I believe, what was it? It's Superman. It was like a real old one. It took place in like the third, like around civil rights. Like, and it actually like reflected on like civil rights. For example, there was a situation where Superman, he showcased his powers in Smallville, and like one of the only black kids that was in town seen it. And he did that to save the black kid that lived in his town because he seen racism taking place right in front of him. So, I like the fact that the old comics dealt actually with those type of issues, the Jim Crow, pro Jim Crow, and like all of that era. I thought that was pretty dope. And Lex Luthor, man, just one of those dudes that he stopped at nothing to try to kill Superman. Whether that means he's going to use injections and try to get Superman powers himself. He could never deal with that. I remember when in one of the stories that I read, Superman sees him for the first time, and he sees a guy that's flying and kind of like symbolizing that he's, even though I'm a regular guy, I'm not really a regular guy. Like, if you're looking for me, I'll be up. That's what he told Lex. And Lex can never deal with that. And it's always good to see how it gets recreated and reinvented every time. Lex Luthor against Superman. It's like I said, it's the story about the really strong guy against the regular millionaire or billionaire. I don't know what category Lex falls in, and I just think that it's always dope, man. I always like and enjoy to see Superman and Lex go at it. Mind over muscle. Now, since we went on the villain side of things, oh, I forgot to put somebody on. Well, like I said, this ain't in no order, and I kind of just went with the people that popped in my head. This is my favorite African. Oh, well, he's really not African American. He's actually from London. uh, let's just say black superhero. Because really, in the comic books, he's not from America. He's from the UK. My name is Eric Brooks. I hunt vampires. Should we say it in the UK accent? My name is Eric Brooks. I hunt vampires. Those creatures of the night that prey on humans. I could picture that. They should do that. I think they even though they already did it or whatever, I heard that this one is going to be based around the daughter. Don't like it. We've been waiting years for a Blade movie. Then when you give us a Blade movie, you're going to make it based around the daughter. Come on now, let's get this together. And Blade is a dope character. I don't know if you guys ever seen the Blade animes. The Blade animes is crazy. Absolutely crazy and ridiculous. Um, I like the moves that he got. I like the deadly sword technique. Uh, I always thought that was dope. Uh, deadly sword technique number one, and residual moon, and chaotic moon, and phantom moon, and what I mean, the comic books, it really goes deep into who Blade is. How his mother, and we're going to talk about that vampire, uh, bit his mom, and as she was giving birth, and a hungry vampire came across and started feasting on her, and the enzymes made its way through the bloodstream of the vampire that bit her, and he became a half man, half vampire, the Daywalker himself. All of their strengths, none of their weaknesses. Now, sometimes this story gets retold. I'm giving you the comic book version. In another version, Blade's mom was actually could I say this? well, I'm gonna say it, not vulgarly. It was a prostitute, and she was out working as I believe, and she was pregnant, and then the vampire bit her that way, and still in all, it created the Daywalker, uh, Eric Brooks, Blade. Make sure y'all share, like, and subscribe, man. We doing iconic comic book characters and villains today. This is my personal favorite black comic book character. I really always like the Blade and his stories and things like that. Make sure y'all share, like, and subscribe, please. Um, y'all just missed the first breakdown. I talked about Lex Luthor. You know what I mean? I did villains first because this is a villain and superhero list. So I kind of, I talked about Lex Luthor and stuff like that. So, what I mean? If you missed that first little portion for the people that's coming in now, you can always run it back. Um, you know what? Let's go. Deacon Frost, man. Deacon Frost. This is Blade's arch nemesis. This is the dude that's the reason for him being who he is. Now, in the interpretation from the anime film, it has it almost everything to a T. The only difference is how he turned into a vampire was kind of different. In the show, he wanted to become stronger to fight vampires because they killed his son. In the story, he was experimenting. He was a doctor, and he ends up getting bit by accident. Him getting bit by accident led him to becoming a vampire, and oh, Derek Gaines. Oh, say it ain't so. Oh, you a smart brother. Oh my God. Oh man, I'm ready to send you the anime movie. I'm ready to send you the anime movie, man. To be honest with you, the storylines in the comic books, as always, was better than the. It really didn't do the film justice. Now the action part, shout out to Wesley. He made my whole childhood. I appreciate you, Wes. I appreciate you, even if the Marvel universe don't. Um, Listen, we know you gonna go with the popular notion. Wasn't everybody X-Men fans? I was, you was. It don't matter what era. Everybody was X-Men fans. Trust me. When I say everybody, everybody. There's not one person I know, no matter what race, color, creed, was not X-Men fans. Even the big homie, he said since the 70s, Derek Gaines. We don't worry. We didn't forget about nobody. Well, I did forget about somebody, but let me build. Let me finish up with Deacon Frost and why Deacon Frost is such a cool villain. Oh, that's what I meant to do. My bad. Deacon Frost is always going to be a really cool villain to me because he like I said in the television version, the reason for him becoming a vampire was a little bit different. Like I told you, it was because his son got bit by a vampire. He wanted to be able to fight the vampires. And this one, he was obsessed with experimenting so much that he kidnapped a girl, injected her with a vampire serum, and she ended up getting loose and she ended up biting him. And he and then also how he bit Blade's mom in the cartoon series, which was very close to the comics. He bit her while she was walking down Soho, London. See, the only Soho I know is Chinatown in Manhattan, but they got their own Soho in London, and he bit her on the neck because Blade's mom was a prostitute. In the comic book, she's not. She's actually giving birth, and while she's giving birth, he wants to feed on somebody. I guess he was hungry, and he was a doctor. So that's how it happens in the comic book. I actually think, I don't know, they both could have possibly happened, I guess. I guess the prostitution and her walking by herself was more realistic than him being the doctor that delivers the baby. So I don't know. That's y'all pick on that. But I just like to talk about how dope of a bad guy Deacon Frost was. We gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Let's go to yeah, definitely can't see who's who. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Not yet. There we go. Odin's son. Odin's son. Now tell me, Derek Gaines, you didn't like Thor Odin's son. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I want a hammer like that, man. God, just please make me be worthy, and could you create me a hammer out of clouds and lightning? So when I want to bang the gavel, I don't even gotta bang the gavel no more. I could throw it at the person. I don't want to, kill them, shock them into dying. I'll just shock them to where it's like a taser. Yeah, make it like it could be as powerful as that, but I just want it so that if somebody's talking trash, I could just taser them with Nomnir. And anytime I throw it, it got to be able to come back to my hands. Wouldn't that be dope? Thor to me is a legendary character, even whether it's Norse mythology or we talking about Marvel comics. I actually didn't start getting into Thor until I was semi-grown, maybe like 19, going on like 20-ish. So I never completely got into Thor until I got of age. I always thought Thor was a great character. He's very powerful. You can see how people will underestimate Thor. Hold on, let me see somebody in the comment section. He said, "I remember Thor turned into a doc." Yeah, yup, named Donald Blake. Dang, Derek Gaines, old school for real. Where he talking about the one before my time. He said, yup. That's one of his. Now, if am I telling this version of the story correct? Didn't he get banished and his dad threw him on Earth and he had like he walked with a cane, and when he would click the cane on the side, he could transform into the Donald Blake, and the cane was really Nomia. Yeah, but see, I like how they did it now, Derek Gaines. Like to where the hammer, no matter how far he throws it, just like in Norse mythology, uh, it always will come back to him. And I like how they make it to where nobody can lift it. So I kind of like I still like that kind of that idea of him being powerless for a little bit and try to dwell among uh us people on Midgard. Oh, you don't like it when people is overpowered? Oh man, Derek Gaines, you a real old school dude. You said Thor was overpowered in the MCU. Sure was, cause shoot, even the Hulk couldn't lift that hammer. But I ain't gonna lie, I like the first movie, but then after all them other movies that came after, the first Thor movie was the best one. Then they ruined it. Who shall ever hold upon this hammer if he be worthy? What Anthony Hopkins say when he played Thor? Remember how he banished him? He said, "You're an old man and you're a fool." He said, "I was a fool for thinking you were ready." He banished him, threw him on Earth. He can't have no women, no mead. Well, he can have women, but he got to work for the women in that one. You know what I mean? Asgard, he could do whatever he want. Oh, and I like the Thor comics, man. The Thor comics is pretty dope. You thought Thor Ragnarok was the best? Oh no, Derek Gaines, I disagree. The first one was the best. You know why I didn't like Thor Ragnarok? That was the one with the Hulk in it, right? See, I never watched those ones twice. If you in the comment section, Derek Gaines, please. Is that the one? Is that the one with the Hulk in it? Because if it's the one with the Hulk in it, I have a big complaint about that one. The reason why I have a big complaint about that one is because they combined two storylines that weren't accurate. They basically combined. Yeah. No. Matter of fact, where's it at? Where's it at? I gotta bang my gavel on the MCU. Where's my gavel at? Dang, man. Can't find my damn gavel. Damn, oh, there it is. There you go. I gotta bang the gavel on y'all. Why would y'all take a whole good story, Planet Hulk, and combined it in Thor's story, and thinking that the diehards wasn't gonna really know? That's why I didn't. Nah, I thought that was terrible. The first one was the best one. I love the first one. He took away his powers. That one was closer to what you will really see in a real Thor comic. And he had to become worthy again. It's just like the gavel. It's just like this gavel in my hand. If you be worthy, you could possess the power of Galvatron. But anyway, um, he said to see Hulk versus Thor was, yeah, I don't disagree with you with that, but that ain't even how it happened. In Planet Hulk, what ends up actually happening, which is one of the best Hulk stories ever, until I read Immortal Hulk, and then not and look, they didn't even get that right. And I go off of what the comic was. I would rather still see Beta Ray Bill, but in the comic, it was Silver Surfer. In the comic book, it was Silver Surfer. I wish Stay Ready was here. Stay Ready would have been like, "Yup." In the comic book, it was Silver. It was Silver Surfer. In the comic, once I finally read the comic was better than this Thor Ragnarok joint, and even the cartoon movie. They didn't do a bad job in the animated movie. I actually kind of want to buy that, because I can't find it nowhere on none of my apps that I got. I got like a million apps on my Fire Stick, and nobody got it. So that makes me be like, yo, Amazon, I gotta buy this. I wasn't mad at Beta Ray Bill. And let me tell you, Thor actually did end up in the story in the comic book. It's just what's the Rock dude's name in that story? That was the Hulk's friends. I can't. Oh man, and he used to call him called the Hulk Greenskin. He tells him, um, they say the reason why they're not scared to be gladiators, and they all share stories. And he was like, yeah, there was a guy, his made of flesh, his skin was squishy and stuff like that. He said he wielded a hammer. He said he was no bigger than, I forgot who he said. He said, but he just surprised. Basically, Thor, like, I don't know why Thor ended up over there where the Rock people ended up being at, but it just got real ugly real fast when Thor picked up his hammer. And then he said he didn't feel as bad once he found out that he was God. So, yeah, man. Thor, man, always gonna be an iconic character. I don't know why they didn't put in the movie when he's wielding the hammer for Odin for Asgard. Don't ask me why they never did that. I always was upset by that. Um, they did it in Hulk vs. Thor, and then Hulk vs. Wolverine. He said, Derek Gaines said the Hulk needs his own movie. We need the Savage Hulk from the Onslaught series. Oh no, you don't want him. Nah, you don't want him. Uh-uh. I wouldn't mind him doing actually whole Planet Hulk or Immortal Hulk movie. I wouldn't be mad. But see, I can't. They've been doing so bad with the comic book movies on both sides lately. Cause the Marvels that did bad in the theater, and what's the name? Aquaman that did bad in the King. It's crazy, man. They need to let me start telling them which series they need to put out there. Get y'all money back. But let's keep going. And you know you can't do one without the other. Yeah, we got Lackey son, Loki Lawface. Now, I read a story, right? I don't know if you ever read it, Derek Gaines. This is a great story where Loki actually ends up beating Thor and ends up becoming a ruler of Asgard. It's crazy. Well, put it this way, he ends up becoming a ruler for a little while. But to see him actually like beat Thor and Odin and all of them, he said, I saw the anime. Yeah. I got it. Loki and Thor, Blood Brothers. I don't know if you talking about what I'm talking about, where Loki, like he ended up like it was like a motion comic type of thing. It was dope. Yeah, I got it on DVD. I got it way long ago when I was real young, and I remember that was probably one of the first motion comics that I ever seen. And to me, Loki in the MCU, he was already a good bad guy in Norse mythology, but Loki in the MCU, he was a good foe. He wasn't strength personified, anything like that, but his tricks and his tactics and his ability to manipulate uh, things and the people around him, and him being able to shapeshift. You would be the type of person you will underestimate Loki, but Loki is the type of guy that you actually have to pay very close attention to. He's a real big threat if you let him become that way. And he always resented his adopted brother Thor. Always resented him. Uh, and even the other Asgardians. Oh, he said no brothers. There's two of them. Okay. The one that I got is like a motion comic. I didn't know what I was getting at first, to be honest with you. I just kind of picked it up, and it kind of happened that way. And it was a really good story. And at the end, right, you would like that story, Blood Brothers, Derek Gaines, because that Loki is like it's crazy because you like, dang, he finally like beat Thor and everybody after all of this time, and then you think he would be happy, but then at the end he realized that Thor was the only one in Asgard that really loved him. You know what I mean? And how he got mad once he got older and got with Lady Sif and stuff like it's crazy. And then at the end, before he could go and tell Thor, like, yo, I realized something, like, you was always really there for me and stuff like that. And you always, what I mean? Thor ends up getting, I don't know where he put Nomir. Yo, that hammer ends up flying back. Yo, he gets on top and then they stop the comic right there. I get so mad. Oh my God, I get so mad. I always be like, yo, what happened? Did he bash him over the head? Or did Thor be like, you know what? We family. Oh my God. I'm telling you, you would like that story, man. I know you would. You a smart brother. You would like that story, man. That is a good story. It's literally at the end. You just see Thor have, he ends up getting the hammer back, breaking out of the dungeon. Right when Loki has what alcoholics refer to as a moment of clarity. You know what I mean? And he thinks about everything in retrospect. And it's too late. He said Loki tails over the Hulk and used him. Oh yes. That they did that one in the Versus series with Thor versus Hulk and Hulk. I mean, in Hulk versus Wolverine. Yeah, they adopted that in the animated film. I thought that was a good one, and he used the Enchantress to do it, and knowing that she always loved Thor, so he played that, man. She deserved probably to be in this too. But let's move on. Let's go. Speaking of the Hulk, let's go to Banner. Or like the Hulk says in Planet Hulk, he said Banner's the puniest of them all. He calls them puny humans. He said, "Yup, that's the one." I like that one because you Thor almost, man. Let me tell you, and I actually like the message in that. Like it ain't always raw strength. Like I like what Thor said at the end of that movie. See, I can still talk about it because I'm bringing up the Hulk right now. When he said, remember when he got separated from the Hulk, and Bruce got killed and sent to hell, and Thor said he's like, yo, don't make me, Bruce didn't want to go back to being the Hulk. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, I'm finally separated from him. And you know what I mean? He like it down here. But then he seen like without him, the Hulk would never calm down and he would keep raging on. That's a true savage Hulk right there. See, and then Thor like says, yo, the man I know as Bruce Banner always was a hero. You know what I mean? No matter the rage and stuff like that, I always knew you to be a hero and always wanting to help people. He said, show me that you still that same man, basically. I'm paraphrasing. And then they end up combining the Hulk and Banner back. And then I like when he said, like you said that Bruce Banner is puny and weak, but him sacrificing and letting the Hulk and him join back together, becoming one, because they really are part of each other. No matter how much Bruce hates the Hulk and the Hulk hates Bruce, uh, one can't coexist without the other. And he said that took way more courage than fighting armies and stuff like that. And it did, because that's what Bruce always wanted since the accident happened. Since he wanted to go mess around with gamma radiation. Why would you want to mess with that? I know Derek Gaines. Now, let me tell you, I know you pulling an OG move on me, but guess what? I know because of how they printed the original versions of the comic books that they couldn't print green. So that's why it came out gray. But they went back and said the reason why the Hulk was gray at that time was because every time he's in Vegas, if you're an Incredible Hulk fan, Joe Fixit, the Gray Hulk, who I love, who's one of my favorite versions of the Hulk. I love Joe Fixit. They couldn't keep printing the gray. It was easier to print the green. So, and I actually like that he made him green. Green, my favorite color anyway. So, but I do like whenever Joe Fixit is around. Normally, whenever he's in Vegas, Joe Fixit normally makes himself out of there. Uh, he's probably another bad guy, or is he an anti-hero? I guess that's the category Joe Fixit will fall into. But the Incredible Hulk, man, like I said, the Planet Hulk, Reed Immortal Hulk. Just when I thought that they couldn't do anything else with the Hulk, they made Immortal Hulk, and my mind was just blown. Like I was like, ain't nothing else you could do with the Hulk. But to know that there were so many different versions that could manifest itself inside of Bruce Banner, and I just like that whole storyline, and the Hulk really ended up being immortal. And his healing factor, I didn't realize how great it was. They chopped off his head, his limbs in the comic, and all of that, and he ends up. I didn't like. I didn't. That's actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Derek Gaines. I actually hate Professor Hulk. I like Savage Hulk. I like Immortal, and I like World Breaker because I just telling you, Planet Hulk is one of my favorites. That comic book it shows damn near all of them. I don't know if I think out of all of them, I don't know if I seen Professor Hulk in that one. I don't know if I seen Professor Hulk in that one. Yes, he was. It was just funny how whenever he would be in Vegas. Matter of fact, in the comic book, Joe Fixit is the reason why the Hulk gets orbited into a whole nother. He's the reason why. Like the Hulk, because in Vegas he became Joe Fixit, and I think like 35 people passed and stuff like that. That's when the Illuminati, who was a lot of these dudes fought side by side with the Hulk, tricked him to getting on the ship, put him on the ship, and sent him to another planet. That's how he ended up, how the whole Planet Hulk events ended up happening. So Hulk definitely iconic character. My mom used to love the show when I was little. Well, actually, I'm lying. I wasn't even around yet. I meant to say when she was little. The freaking the one with Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby. Shoot, a lot of my old heads in the LDBC was just born when that show came out. But they did used to show the reruns. He said, I mean, Death Hulk, or was it War Hulk? Oh, World War Hulk, or he said I don't forget. Uh, Death Hulk, Apocalypse. Oh yes, yeah. That I think that was Death Hulk. I believe. I believe. I ain't gonna lie. I know what you're talking about when he became one of Apocalypse Horsemen. That actually good point to bring up. Let me move on. Let me move on because I got a lot of more. Uh, you know what? I just realized they didn't put. See, why they always do that when I upload? Because they definitely didn't upload my Wolverine one. It's crazy. They always skip one picture that I grab, and I know for a fact. But anyway, Magneto, Magnus, Eric. Love this freaking dude right here, man. Um, Him and Charles back and forth and they different views. Stan Lee always said that he based the mutants, the two leaders, Magneto and Professor X, off of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Um, I always like the series, the cartoon, the comics. I always like Magneto and his powers and his ability to manipulate metal. Oh man, legendary character. He was in the concentration camp when he was little. Um, Even in the days of future past, when he ended up being the one in the wheelchair, I always thought that was dope. Magneto was so resilient and ain't even funny. And when he was in the Savage Lands, he survived. I believe in Days of Future Past, I believe he survived. Secret Wars, he survived. Do I gotta keep going? Yeah, he definitely is an alpha level mutant. Definitely. Legendary character, legendary bad guy. Sometimes he ends up fighting on the side of good if it benefits him. Whatever it takes to protect the mutants. That's the end goal with him. And real quick, even though they ain't upload my picture, Wolverine is supposed to be on here. I don't know why my picture didn't upload, but Wolverine is on here. Weapon X, Logan, my favorite Canadian. Yeah. I heard. Yeah, I don't. Professor X wiped his mind after Magneto pulled the metal out of Wolverine. Wow. See, I don't like Charles Powers either because he's on the next level of telepath. he's on a like different level. He's on a different stratosphere when it comes to the telepaths. Only time Jean Grey was even really able to mess with him is when she became the Phoenix. He said, "You need to get that issue." Word. Yeah, let me know what it is, Derek Gaines. Put it in there. Put it in there. But Magneto, always gonna be a legendary character. I love him in Professor X. Charles, no Charles. Eric. He said, "I'm not gonna stop Shaw." He said, "I'm going to kill him." Um, yup, you guessed it. My man, the Flash, the fastest man alive, DC or Marvel. Quicksilver, sorry, it's not even a contest. When it comes to if there's even a speedster in Marvel, I don't even pay him no attention. The only speedster in my mind is always going to be the Flash. Now, the movie was terrible, but Flash as a character, he said I forgot. He is now overrated, Derek Gaines. Stop, Derek Gaines. Stop the hate. The Flash, he just could do so many things with his abilities, like phase through walls, make vectors with his arms and legs, um, freaking run past the speed of light. You ever run through past the speed of light lately? One of my favorite good guys ever. He's in my top all time superhero. Rest in peace, Jack Kirby. I believe Jack Kirby passed. I could be wrong. God, I hope he ain't. I hope he ain't. I could have believed. I thought I heard that he passed. Um, and Derek Gaines, guess what? This represents the beginning of science entering comics. Before the Flash came out, it didn't happen. Not on the Marvel side, anyway. The Flash was the first. Period. Yeah, nah, I agree with you. I agree with you with that, Derek Gaines. That it's funny. You read my mind exactly. The movie was trash. The animated movie was fire. You ain't lying. They did it exactly how I would have did the movie. I wouldn't have held back on bringing Eobard Thawne, Professor Zoom, who is he deserved to be on my iconic because he is one of the greatest bad guys. Can't nobody talk that trash to you like Professor Zoom or Eobard Thawne can. Can't nobody talk that good old trash to you like, yo, I'm gonna kill your family, I'm gonna kill your girlfriend, and I'm gonna see if you could become the best version of yourself that you could be, knowing that their lives is on the line. That's the type of stuff he would say to the Flash in the comic book. It was like I just love the wordplay in there. is similar to the Joker. Only other person that used to talk that good old smack while fighting somebody was the Joker. The only one that was really better. I really notice how it's DC villains and superheroes with the dialogue. Love the Flash, man. Even though I still wouldn't say that the opposite of the Flash was actually Eobard Thawne or Professor Zoom. I actually think that the opposite of the Flash would actually be Captain Cold. Because if you remember in that old school comic, dang man, maybe I'm gonna read some comics today. It was the man before after I watched the fights that's coming on today. It was the man that mastered Absolute Zero. And what they mean by the man that mastered Absolute Zero, when something is sped up, you have to stop it. The colder things get, the slower things become. So when he had his freeze gun, it was zero atomic motion. So that's what they saying when they mean the man that mastered Absolute Zero. And speaking of that, Captain Cold, man. Captain Cold always gonna be a dope bad guy to me. There's a point, at least in the New 52 comics that I have. I got the old ones too, Derek Gaines. I got the first ones with Jack. Actually, you would be surprised. Like I said, I gotta read them, man. I got the first ones in order. Like they got these comic books, right, where they got all the old ones that's probably from my grandmother's times, where they were like 10 cents. They got them all in chronological order. I only got volume 1 of the Batman one. I got 3 of the Flash ones. I think there's one more I gotta get, and then I'm done with the Flash. The Batman ones is gonna take me a while. But there's a point in the comic where, yup. See, Derek Gaines know. He said Adam stopped moving at Absolute Zero. That's why I like whoever wrote the comics. They weren't dumb. Like they knew they must have paid attention in Earth science, right, Derek Gaines? They must have paid attention. So yeah, zero atomic motion. So whenever he would use that freeze gun, it would be a wrap. I ain't gonna lie, I wish I had that too. I'll take that too, Derek Gaines. If they ever make like a freeze gun, what? I won't shoot you. Oh, you talking? Oh, it's a hot summertime. Oh, you needed to be cooled off anyway. Would have just pulled out the freeze gun. Oh, don't do that. Captain Cold came before Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze wasn't even a comic book character. He was actually first created on the Batman the animated series. See, I'm not too young to know that. And then they adopted him and Harley Quinn. And then they took them and threw them into the comics after because they got received so well in the animated series. Even though I like Mr. Freeze too. There's a comic where they work together. You know about that one? You may not know about that one, Derek Gaines, where they work together and Batman and the Flash got to team up. It's a dope comic. I forgot what it's called. Yes, yeah, yep. Mr. Freeze and Captain Cold. And you see them side by side holding a freeze guns. It's dope. Yep. I always loved Mr. Freeze. It says, and remember, revenge is a dish always best served cold. I think that he sprays the person with the gun, with the freeze gun. Yep. I don't remember. I think maybe it might be called Sub Zero Freeze or something. I don't remember. It's something like that, but it was that was a good comic with them both teaming up. Um, all right, we almost winding down, y'all. We almost winding down. Let's go back to the Marvel verse. Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Look out, it's a new Spider-Man. Come on, Derek Gaines, sing it with me. I know you know. I know you know the song. I didn't know that song. I grew up off of the radioactive Spider-Man, Spider-Man. You know what I mean? That one. But Derek Gaines gonna be like, "Yup, that was the best Spider-Man song ever." Eh, that's true. That's true. Um, and we're gonna get to my number one in a second. Like I said, this wasn't really in no particular order, to be honest with you. So don't even let me lie to you. But to me, I do gotta save the best for last, Marvel or DC. I gotta save the best. And this ain't the last one though. But Spider Man is one of my favorites. Dang, he said he used to listen to Spider Man on the radio before he read the books. Dang. Spider Man, I can't even. It'll take me. I could make a whole show on Spider Man by himself. I could make a whole show literally on Spider Man himself. Um, him when I love it when the symbiote uh gets to him and he becomes well he creates basically Venom. Um, I just think that is dope. I'm about to get the Spider-Man 2 video game for the PS5. I know I'm a little late. So you're gonna see me live streaming video games on this channel. I'm not gonna do it on my boxing channel, Derek Games. I'm gonna do it on this channel. Um I remember I was reading Craven's Hunt. Uh I know that the first time he had the symbiote suit on was in Secret Wars 1984. I just got done reading that and listening to the audiobook. I listen to audiobooks too, so you could technically say I could have rocked out if I was alive in the radio time too. Because that's what I do at work when I'm on the forklifts and stuff like that, or when I'm in the boxing gym running on the treadmill. I listen to audiobooks, comic or real life ones. It don't matter. A War of the Worlds. Okay. See, that's crazy because my mom said that it was like maybe a couple times she remembers when she was really little. She used to listen to what was it? Dang, he said I like audiobooks. Dang, what was it? Lone Ranger. Uh, Tonto. She said her dad loved that. She said my grandfather loved that. She said that was his favorite show to listen to. Lone Ranger on the radio. So she still remembers that as a little girl. Somebody told me what Tonto actually means in Apache. They said it means wrong brother. No, I'm sorry. King Musabi. Sorry, Apache means wrong. Because that's what Tonto would call the Lone Ranger. That means wrong brother. That's crazy. They actually said that in the new remaking of the movie. He said, "Yes, I remember." I know you do. But Spider-Man, man, always gonna be a dope character to me. Um, Definitely in my top five, hands down. Um, he's just a dope character. Him being a teenager and the things he has to go through once he gets bit by the radioactive spider. Man, it's always it's always something to see. So did you have the issue of Spider-Man Peter Parker stop? No, but I know about that. Like him wanting to cease to be Spider-Man, and yeah, I like that. I like stuff like that where, because I think that's realistic. I think if there really was superhero, first of all, I don't know if they could be black superheroes. I gotta be real about everything. And if you was a black superhero, I gotta be honest, you probably would have to wear a Spider-Man suit where you hide everything. Because I just don't think the police, especially where I'm from in New York City, I don't think that they would have took kindly to a vigilante. Oh, but neither here nor there. Um, what? There was two Green Goblins. It was Harry Osborn and Norman Osborn. It depends on which one I like. I like the Norman Osborn version better. He was more devious, and I like how he found out that Peter was Spider-Man. And I remember he ended up giving Peter a choice, like, are you gonna go save Mary Jane, or you gonna save Aunt May? And, oh man, I thought that was dope. Who would you save? Would you save wifey, or would you save your parent first? A real life decision. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Where we at? Um, like my man Joker said in the Lego movie, Captain Dale had the bell. I'll be your pilot for this evening, and I always come to work with a smile. Man, listen, we gotta end it. We gotta end it with two people. We gotta end it with the comic book yin and yang. We just have to. He said, "You can't go back to the way things were." Shout out to Heath Ledger. Rest in peace. He did a great job. I'm still waiting for somebody to play that Mark Hillman version from Batman the Animated Series. I still think that that's the best interpretation of Joker ever. Live action, okay, it was Heath Ledger. Oh, he did? Well, I thought Norman killed himself because Spider-Man moved out the way. Don't do that. Don't put that on Peter. He's a New Yorker. He ain't killed nobody. Don't do that, Derek Gaines. He ain't do it. He moved out the way. That was Norman fault because he tried to sneak him from behind. And in New York, we got a sixth sense about somebody jumping us. It may have been invented in New York because you be from the projects and the whole projects just jump you. It's crazy. Like all 150 dudes. But Joker is so legendary. He crippled Barbara Gordon or Batgirl. He killed Jason Todd, the second Batman. I mean, if there was ever somebody that personifies evil. Matter of fact, we talk about yin and yang. This really is the yang to Batman's yin. He definitely represents a more horrific. Let me use my college words. Like I went to college. I'm just a pro boxer, y'all. Batman. Like this dude he's out of control. Um, Oh, okay, okay. Dang, I gotta read that one, man. Shoot, man, you might have to send them comics over, man. I heard about Ben Riley. Heard about Ben Riley. But let's talk about the jokes. Derek Gaines, what you think about the jokes? Best comic book villain ever. I'm gonna say that again. Best comic book villain ever. Ever in life, the best comic book villain, right here, the Joker. Ever. DC, Marvel, the best of the best. He said, no. Who's better than the Joker, Derek Gaines? See, you being difficult today. Who is better than the Joker? Nobody is better than the Joker. Nobody. May none come test this man. He said he's my favorite comic book. Come on, Pooh Man knows. Come on. Pooh Man knows. See? Pooh Man didn't even come in the chat blaspheming. He was a problem only to Batman. No. Actually, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad Pooh Man don't go nowhere. I'm glad he said that. So now, let me tell you something. Do you know there was one time Batman had to leave? I forgot what comic it was. He had to go somewhere. And he told Superman to hold the fort down. Because Superman is so used to fighting like superpower dudes, he actually did not know how to deal with the rogues gallery that Batman had. Yo, Joker was able to outsmart him, Poison Ivy, like all of them used a combined effort against Superman. Superman didn't even know what to do with himself. And this dude could kill all of them really with his laser vision. Because he got certain things that he's not willing to cross, he didn't know what to do. And Bruce kept checking in on him. He was too big to ask for help, Superman. Because, even though they best friends, both of their mom's name is Martha. You know how people become best friends and stuff like that. Even though Batman's the more, he's the more cold-hearted one. But, Batman always getting Superman out of stuff. But we going to get on that in a second. But no, he is the best. Because he even gave Superman problems. Oh, he does affect everyone. Stop, Derek Gaze. Stop, Derek Gaze. He does affect, and if he don't affect everyone, he gets close. Derek Gaines, don't tell me that you one of those overpowered supervillains with the Infinity Gauntlet. Don't tell me you one of those guys. And let me ask you, Derek Gaines, if you have any of the Infinity Stones, you can only pick one. Which one would you take? I know which one I would pick because I'm a real nerd. I know exactly which one I would pick, and none of y'all will be able to beat me if y'all had any of the rest of them. Which Infinity Stone would you pick right here, right now? I'm not going to say which one I pick. I know which one to pick. That counters all the rest of them. Damn, Pooh Man, stop, man. Damn, man. I hate, dang, man. See, Pooh Man said it first, man. Dang, man. Pooh Man, man. He wasn't supposed to say anything, man. I said Derek Gaines. Dang, man. Y'all passed the nerd test. Dang, man. I might even send y'all an Infinity comic on y'all birthday. Maybe I might send you Death Sentence, Thanos, Death Sentence. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like the beginning of the comic is good. I mean, it is a decent all-around comic, but the beginning of it just starts off on fire. Like him having like all of the Infinity Stones and him wilding out on everybody. Yes, it is the Reality Stone. That's the only one I would need. See, Pooh Man, I'm mad at you, man. Now I don't know if Derek Gaines would have answered correctly. Derek Gaines is a very intelligent OG, but I don't know if he would have answered correctly. I'm mad at you, man. Why do you have to be a nerd like me? Because only certain people know what stone that they need to really be effective. And to keep it real, if you want to dive even deeper into the nerd stuff when it comes to that, if I'm from a different reality, the Infinity Gauntlet won't even, or the stones won't affect me. So keep that in mind. So it ain't as good as you think it is. It'll affect everybody in that universe. So technically, I don't even consider a person like Thanos a big threat. Now, Darkseid, yeah. Because Darkseid, that ain't even really Darkseid. That's his avatar. If he really has his pure, real body, he will obliterate the whole planet. All the planets. Oh yeah, I like Apocalypse too. He's cool. Thank you, yo, Pooh Man. Pooh Man know what I'm talking about. Even dudes that's on another level, like the Joker out, and he's not even like a scientific smart dude. The Joker's just more calculated. It's different levels of smarts. Like he's more calculated. Like okay, I could do this to get this guy because Lex Luthor is like 1,000 times smarter than the Joker, but he's able to manipulate Lex, or Lex may need something from him. Because Joker can't be that dumb. He knows how to make the laughing gas. He got to combine certain chemicals to make that laughing gas. So he can't. The Joker is no dummy. And even with that, even with Galactus, if he ain't in a certain amount of radius to get to a planet to feed on, he will die. Galactus can die. Galen, his birth name is, who was a scientist, whose ship crashed. His planet was getting ready to die. It's ironic how he did that to Silver Surfer. And the same thing happened to him, which made him have the power cosmic. So that's very interesting. See, I don't go off of that. I'm with Pooh Man. I don't go off of you got to be super powered. I go off of the background story, the origin, the Joker, like everything about him. Um, like what he said at the table is, stop trying to act like you're like them. You're not. And even if you could go back to everything, you already changed everything forever. He said, and then you heard Batman, why do you want to kill me? In my Christian Bale accent. Why do you want to kill me? He said, kill you? He said, I love you. He said, you complete me. He hit the straight up Jerry Maguire, Tom Cruise on him. You complete me. Come on, that's how you know Joker is insane. He wants to. I remember. I remember. I got a lot going on right now in one comic where Joker actually says, "Man, you're falling off, Bats. You used to be able to take down 10 thugs by yourself. Now you can't take out 3 or 4 without you having some sidekick around you." And he felt like they was taken away from Batman. Like Batman wasn't on his. So when he killed Jason Todd and he crippled Barbara Gordon, that was him saying in a way like, I miss it just being us two. that's what makes Joker such a great bad guy, because he's so sadistic and psychotic. He wants Batman to be a better, actually, bad guy. The only other bad guy that I know like that is Professor Zoom. Professor Zoom is the only one that I don't know anybody on the Marvel side that wants their good guy to be a better good guy. He said, I love that joke at the end of the Killing Joke. Yeah. He said bad. Nah, actually, Norman Osborn had some serum in him to where that when he put on the costume, he was strong. His strength got amplified and stuff like that. Spider-Man even could lift 10 tons. Spider-Man holds back a lot. You remember when Dr. Octopus took over Spider-Man's body and he ended up punching. I forgot who he ended up punching. He took their whole jaw off and killed them. He was like, yo, this is what Spider-Man can really do? He's been holding back. Because Spider-Man is a real New York dude. He like talking trash while he beating you up. That's real New York City stuff right there. That's not a lie. It don't matter what color you are. That's facts, male or female. That's facts. They wasn't wrong about that. That's one thing I love about Spider-Man. And Spider-Man actually admitted that. Like, he likes to trash talk dudes to try to throw them off of the game and be able to counter off of that. But the Joker, legendary character, played by so many. I hope I didn't miss anything about the Joker. Pool Man, I'm sure you will correct me if I'm wrong. I know you came in late. Hopefully you could go back and check the replay, bro. Appreciate you for stopping by, Derek Gaines. I always y'all two is my number one moderators because y'all always come through, show love every weekend. He said, but if Joker didn't get dunked in those dunked in those chemicals, there will be no Joker. Yeah, that's the joke. Derek Gaines, that's the joke. He got chemically endowed. Yes, Derek Gaines, you are right about that. If he would have never felt in those chemicals at Ace Chemicals, we would have never got the Joker. But thank God that we did. Because now, guess what, Derek Gaines? Just like the Joker said in The Dark Knight, now I see the punchline. I'm always smiling. He's always smiling. So, and last but not least, Batman, the greatest with no powers, Derek Gaines, of all Marvel or DC, the greatest of all of them. I'm going to say that again. The greatest of all the heroes with no powers. His superpower is him being to outthink you and being 2 steps ahead of you. Batman is obsessed. This is my favorite comic book character of all time. Batman is obsessed. And he stops at nothing. It doesn't matter if it's a world level threat. He's used to fighting people that's way stronger than him, whether they're on a normal level or whether they're on a cosmic level. So we can't even pull that on Batman. Thank you, Derek Gaines. Thank you for finally agreeing with me. He said, I agree. This is my man's right here. Cause he always get look, you know how many times he done told Superman, yo, I'm not gonna get you out of this one. When it backfires, what was it? Public Enemies, Batman and Superman Public Enemies, that animated movie. I love that animated movie because that is Batman and Superman to a T. He's like, yo, I'm not gonna get you out of this time. Don't call me for help. He said, hopefully, Superman, he a Boy Scout. Hopefully, you won't have to. He didn't say no. And sure enough, when he was in trouble, no powers, no nothing, Batman came to the rescue. Because that's really bad. Bruce will never say it to Bruce will never say it to Clark, or Kal-El. But that's really his best. He said he was the only one to beat Superman until Doomsday. Facts. And Doomsday is another person that deserved to be on there. He definitely deserved to be on there. Man, I could go through so many stories, man. So many good stories, past, present. I don't want to be on too much longer. I got to get ready to get my day started. I'm gonna just say this, and I'm leave it at this, man. He said, I liked when they were turned into kids in the Justice League. Yes, 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 yes. I agree. Pooh man, yo, that was actually a good episode. That is a really good episode when they got turned into kids. He said, I didn't know up until the movie Superman and Batman's mother had the same first name. Yep. Martha Kent and Martha Wayne. It makes sense because that happens to people that I know in real life. Matter of fact, not that they mothers had the same name. There's these two girls that I came up with. They Dominican. Both their names was Loose, and that made them best friends because they both had the same first name. I actually never paid attention to it. It's one of those things where you probably knew. Derek Gaines said, "I Pooh man, I remember when it was kids. Yo, that was hilarious. I think they was kind of fake fighting over Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was trying to be with. See, I like that one though. Wonder Woman was trying to be with Bruce, and Bruce was like, he said, I'll go with Diana. And then she thought for a second. She said, "No, I want to go with Clark." He's like, "Whatever." Yo, Batman is my dude. Batman is my guy, yo. Batman is an idiot. He said, "Whatever." She said, "I want to go with because she was choosing. She said, "I want to go with Clark," and then she changed her mind. He's like, "Whatever." She's like, "No, I'll go with Bruce." And that's how it be going in real life. That was hilarious. That I ain't go front. See, Pooh Man, you brought me back to my childhood real quick. That was a good episode. That was a damn good episode. For real. Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Somebody have. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, that I go for a good episode to point out. I always like too when Superman and Batman would switch outfits and fool like certain bad guys because it works perfectly. Even though Batman's about an inch shorter and maybe 10 pounds less, they could always pull it off. Bruce and Clark. So I like that about them. He said, I like when Captain Marvel left the Justice. See, that's how I know Derek Gaines is old school. He's Shazam. You can't call him Captain Marvel because of the rights to because of Marvel. You remember that war that they had? Yeah, he did because she said, I think I'm gonna go with Clark. And then Batman said, whatever. And he said, no, I'll go with Bruce. And remember, matter of fact, I skipped something because when she said Clark said, oh, I'll go with you, Diana. You see, he was thirsty. Superman was thirsty. And she ain't even want facts. Poor man, she ain't even want him. She tried to do that like typical women try to make probably ain't nothing going on with that other dude, just trying to make you jealous because she really like you. And Batman being the thug that he is, he said, whatever. She said, no, I'll go with Bruce. That made her like Bruce more. See, man, that's why Batman is a smart dude. That ass. I remember that whole episode. That's funny that you say that because that was one of my favorite episodes. That's funny that Pooh Man brought that up. He said they can sue me. Yeah, I heard that like they was having a whole thing about that for years. And then eventually they just called Captain Marvel Shazam. And they like Captain Marvel from Marvel be Captain Marvel, the female. I mean, yeah. So yeah, man. But shoot, we almost in 2 hours. Yo, shout out to Pool Man and Derek Gaines. Derek Gaines always keep the conversation going, and Pool Man. I know you came late. Normally I go on in the afternoon. Only reason I had to kind of push it early was because there was some UK fights coming on today that I kind of wanted to catch with the ladies. Always want to show support to the ladies. Um, so that's so days like that when there's a UK card that I'm gonna want to watch because y'all my two hitters. I want y'all to know that expect me to be coming on early in the morning time if y'all up. So yeah, but dang, man. See, man, I gotta show my nephew. Next time I babysit my nephew, I gotta put that on. You know what I mean? For him on HBO Max. I gotta find that episode. And I gotta I put that Green Lantern had to wear the glasses because he couldn't see. That was a good episode. So he said, Pool Man said usually I'm up in the morning, all good. Okay. Yeah, because you miss most of it, but I would like to you could comment, you know what I mean, if you go back and listen to the first half of it, because you missed a lot. I would have liked to hear your input on a lot. Because normally it's a little bit more people in here when I'm on in the afternoon, but it's cool because, like I said, sometimes I gotta switch the time independent. But just know that I'm always try to give y'all uh, this good old talk on this channel. You know what I mean? When we nerding up, and make sure y'all check out the shorts. Comment on the shorts. I got some motion comics on there. Let me know what y'all think about that. Derek Gaines, Pool Man. Go through the channel, check out my shorts, and let me know. He said it's because all the women in comic books wanted Batman. Yo, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I liked the Batman and Wonder Woman. That made sense. I kind of didn't like Superman and Wonder Woman when they try to pull that off in the new animated movies and stuff like that. I thought realistically, Diana and Batman would have actually. I think that would have actually happened. I could see that actually happening more. But then again, I could see why she could like Superman because there's somebody that's kind of like her. And remember in the original Batman movie, Pooh Man, well, not the original, because the original was, but in the '89 one, remember how he got Vicky Vale? He wasn't really drunk. He acted drunk. He was drinking ginger ale. He was pouring champagne in her bottle. So that was a hidden gem right there. And he smashed, and then he never called her again and stuff. Well, he did want to call her, but because of what he was involved in, he didn't want to put her at risk and stuff like that. So, man, good stuff. Good stuff. Shout out to Bruce Wayne. That show you the intelligence right there. Superman wasn't doing that. Superman was being an old school Boy Scout. Man, listen, man. We gonna do that discussion too. I'm gonna have to bring my sis Tay Tay on here. We're gonna have to have that debate on this channel. Um, Let me get up out of here. Let me get my day started. Pooh Man, make sure you go back, leave a comment. Uh, yeah, also check out the YouTube shorts. He said Bruce was the player. Um, Check out my shorts. Let me know what you think about the shorts. Share the shorts if you can. Share the live if you can. I appreciate both of y'all. It's always fun. I know one thing. Derek Gaines is gonna always give me some knowledge, and he gonna always disagree. But I love Derek Gaines. Pooh Man, you my guy. I noticed Pooh Man, you be killing me, man, because you come out of nowhere. You mess me up, man. Because I really wanted Derek Gaines to answer that Infinity Stone question. I really wanted him to answer that, and I'm so mad at you. Because I could tell all of us is nerds. Now I know who the real nerds is. Pooh Man and Derek Gaines. I might give y'all I might change y'all monetization to where y'all could control who could come in and stuff like that. When I go back when the live uploads itself. So don't be surprised if I do that because I trust y'all. Y'all know y'all comics and y'all games and stuff like that. So I know I could trust y'all. So don't be surprised if y'all able to have that privilege if y'all see that come up. Because I trust y'all. In case a troll come through and start talking crazy about Batman or any character that I like, you know what I mean? I know it. I could trust y'all too to handle it. Like, nope, don't be coming on this channel talk about Batman. There's a reason Act calls itself Act Wayne. So we gotta block y'all. Y'all can't come back. Oh man, this was a fun one, man. He said Blend is in a black nerd. Yo, let me tell you, man, I know plenty of them. Most of them that play video games and that watch animes are. Um, Again, I appreciate you, Derek Gaines. I appreciate Pool Man 313. It's always fun when y'all two come through because y'all know just as much as I know, you know. And I like that y'all know both sides. See, there's a lot of people before I get off, and after this, I'm gonna end it for real. There's a lot of people that just know Marvel and they don't know DC. I don't consider you a true comic book fan if you don't know both sides. You gotta know both sides. You have to. Because how can you truly say you a comic book person knowing that some of the greatest are on a certain side? With that being said, man, salute to the LDBC family. Salute to the full Berserker clan family. Salute to the usual suspects. Make sure you shop usualsuspect6.com because you fit the description and Marvel DC Image. Yup. Matter of fact, you're going to see an Image character when you check out my shorts. Like I said, make sure y'all share and like the shorts. Pit Ripper. Pit Ripping, half alien, half humanoid, from Image Comics, uh, Spawn, um, it's probably more. I'm not thinking, but well, I think I may do a whole live about Spawn. I may do a whole breakdown or a movie review. Maybe not a movie review. Maybe because I didn't like the movies as much as the comics. The comics is way better to me. Um, but we'll get to that. Salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. And like I said, make sure y'all check everything out. DC does a better anime job, TV, television. Marvel did. Pooh Man. See, this may be the first time we disagree. Not recently. Not recently. I think DC been doing better with the movies and the animated movies. And they about to come out with Crisis on Infinite Earth. They about to come out with that animated movie. Uh, Normally they do a better job with the animated movies. Marvel barely puts out animated movie, but everything that Marvel been putting out in 2023 been trash. Oh, like I thought they was gonna do good this year. They've been trash probably since 2022. Really, the only part that I liked the Thor: Love and Thunder. You know, the only part that I liked the ending credit was Zeus and Hercules. I got hyped. I was like, oh, if they put Hercules in it, I said they probably just did that to save the movie because basically Thor: Love and Thunder that was supposed to be Gore the God Butcher, and they ruined that. That actually was a great comic story, and they ruined it. But with that being said, let me get up out of here, man, because I could talk to y'all two all day. I gotta get up out of here. Oh, Detective Comics. Derek Gaines, stop! Derek Gaines, stop trying to play this game with me, man. Stop, man. I'm certified. I'm certified. Marvel and DC, when they see me and they put me in the interrogated room, they say, act, you complete me. I know both sides. 29 years of living, I know both sides. Probably even comics from civil rights. Like I'm telling you, bro. Telling you, man. It's not a game with me, man. I'm certified. Pool man, me too. I hated that Love and Thunder. Oh my God, they messed up that. Yeah, Derek Gaines. Derek Gaines trying to do that. See, Tay know I'm certified on both sides, DC and Marvel. I travel the multiverse. Yeah, but yeah, Tay, me and you got to do another Superman versus Batman debate. We got to do another one and another one in my Biggie voice and another one. You missed it, Tay. You gotta rewind it back. You gotta rewind it back and make sure you check out my shorts. Make sure you check out my shorts. Yeah, make sure. She said, "Okay, bro, I'm with it. Yeah, we gonna do Superman and Batman on this nerd channel, and let's see how the people pick on my nerd channel. We'll see. Make sure you do all your homework. And shout out to everybody. He said, "What? What? Whoa. Come on, Derek Gaines. Don't say that, Derek Gaines. Don't say boo Batman. I hope Derek Gaines is joking. Because we just had a whole Batman discussion. That was a lot. In my Maury show, voice. Tay, I gotta bang the gavel on you. No. It ain't Team Superman. How many times Batman done bailed him out? How many times he done bailed? He done bailed Super. See, Pooh Man know. Pooh Man know. If Pooh Man was here, Pooh Man to tell you. He said, "I ain't dad." He ain't even dad. Look. No. Me and Tay, we gotta keep it DC. So we gonna just keep it DC, Pooh Man. Iron Man is cool. I still don't think he's as. I still think Batman would have figured out how to take that battery out of his heart and kill him. That's how smart Batman is. He would have figured that out. I do like that. You know who wanted that? 503 Lion wanted Iron Man versus Batman. No, it ain't Ack Kent. It's Ack Wayne. It's so real at the job, they'd be like, Mr. Wayne. All right. Yeah, I'm serious. One of my men that had the Superman t-shirt on, I said, why you got that trash on? He said, what? You don't like Superman? Superman ain't smart. So he ain't Batman smart. And then the next day he came in, he see me with the Batman hoodie on. He said, Mr. Wayne. And he shook my head, my man Freddie. He from the east side. Freddie a fool. Batman's the man. You know what I'm saying? Superman is smart. He just ain't Batman level smart. That's why Batman always got to save him. I ain't say he wasn't smart at all. He just ain't Batman level smart. That's all. It's all right. That's just how it goes, sis. You know, Martha Wayne raised a smarter boy than Martha Kent. They was farm people. How smart do you expect him to get? He was raised on a farm. He a country bumpkin. No offense. Just saying, gotta keep it real. How smart do you expect him to get? Oh man. All right, man. Let me get up out of here, man. I gotta get ready for the extravaganza coming on in the afternoon on the UK. Thank y'all, man. Salute to y'all. Please, like I said, please check out the shorts, share everything, like everything. I want this channel to really grow so we can have more nerds on here like us. And I'll see y'all next week, next Saturday. Salute.